you, I get a little crazy. You drag me through emotions, I know you're trying to play me, but I still feel some type of way.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is too bright. So I am taking you guys along for a week in my life, what I read in a week, you know, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm reading, share my thoughts with you. I don't know, I've been really enjoying doing these like reading vlogs, so I'm just gonna keep them going. I hope you guys like them too. I'm actually about to head out, but I really quickly actually wanted to talk about Crescent City, because in my last vlog I told you guys I'd give you an update in my next reading vlog, which is this one. Basically, I finished this giant tome of a book. It's actually crazy that this was 799 pages. So my first complaint is that the first 300 pages were so slow and probably were not necessary. That's my first thing to say about this. But I actually did take some notes because I wanted to hit a few points and I didn't want to forget about them. About 300 pages in, things finally start to get interesting. So if you are reading Crescent City or you're planning to read Crescent City, I'd say that's something to keep in mind, that it's gonna take about 300 pages before like anything interesting happens. The thing about this that's really unique is it is very futuristic. I was watching Carrie Can Read's video on this. She does a lot of plot breakdowns. I was watching her video on this because I just like needed to hear somebody else like walk me through it. Not that I was confused or anything, but I just needed to like hear more like thoughts on it. But yeah, she called it a urban fantasy. It's when you place supernatural elements in an approximation of a contemporary urban setting. So this was very futuristic. Like they had phones, they were texting, there was like clubs and all that stuff. I really loved Bryce's character. You kind of come to know Bryce as the other characters in the story come to know Bryce. So you, just like everyone else in the story who doesn't know Bryce, think that she's this party girl, she's unserious, like she's just a joke. But as you get to know her, you and the characters begin to realize that there's so much depth to her and she's actually a badass. I really enjoyed her character. I loved the way she played it and I can really appreciate her character for that reason. There is a murder mystery involved in this and oh my gosh, like things would come together and then fall apart, but that made it so good when you realize what it really was. Once you got past the 300 pages, that really helped progress the plot. And then of course there were other things going on. But yeah, honestly, one of my favorite scenes, which is super crazy, but I just thought the way that she wrote the shooting range scene, oh my gosh, guys, tell me you know what I'm talking about. That was actually insane. That was fire. I was like, they kept talking about Bryce's prophecy, and like not saying what it was. And I was like, dude, what the heck is Bryce's prophecy? Hunt. That plot twist was insane. I did not see that coming. When I tell you that got me so left field, I was like, no. Those are pretty much my thoughts. I thought that the ending was beautiful and I will be picking up the second book, but I definitely have no shortage of books that I need to read. So it's like not like a pressing matter right now. I am now gonna get ready to go out because I want to head over to Starbucks to do a little bit of work. I want to stop at Barnes. I don't know if I'm gonna actually get anything, but I am interested in potentially either picking up Throne of Glass or picking up the next Crescent City book. I don't know yet, but I'm bringing you guys along. Truly nothing like reading an Emily Henry book. She just does such a good job of making you feel like you're there with the characters, making you feel like you're a part of their story, and just making everything in the story come to life. Especially her small towns, they feel like they're places that are very real, that you could be, that you could picture, and there's just like this warm feeling about the way that she writes. We're just gonna ignore my crazy bed hair because I finished Happy Place by Emily Henry. Guys, I have been savoring this book. I did not want it to end and I already feel like just being back there with these characters. It was just absolutely so beautiful. This was a beautiful story. And it's so weird because I read so many stories, but like I truly feel honored to have gotten to read this, to experience this world, to experience these characters. They are just so special to me, and this book is so special, and Emily Henry did amazing with this. So I'm super glad that I got to read this. I'm obsessed. I have a few other books that I want to read. I don't know which one to pick up, so let me show you guys the options. Okay, so I feel like because I just read a romance, I can read another one. I don't want to switch between like fantasy and romance, two different like mindsets to get into. So I have The Two of Us by Taylor Torres, have Springtide by Stevens. I have Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry, and then I have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I think I'm gonna save this particular book. I think I'm gonna do one of these. These are more of books that I got from Instagram, actually, these three. I'm gonna save this for like one of my summer reads, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and read The Two of Us by Taylor Torres, and I'm super excited because I read just read the first page. This is what I'm wearing today. Started reading The Two of Us by Taylor Torres, and it is so good. I'm so hooked, and I'm super excited about that because I wasn't sure, you know, I haven't heard anybody talking about it on YouTube anyway, so I'm super excited that I picked it up and that it is really good so far. Good morning, you guys. So I want to kind of update you guys on what I'm doing this morning. So I have Happy Place here with me, which, as you know, I finished, but I have so many pages that are folded over, like I don't even know if you can see this. So I really want to annotate this, and I did start already, like I'm underlining some things, which is mostly how I annotate. Sometimes I do go back and write stuff, which I might, but I just have so many folded over pages. Like this. I want to go back, finish annotating and putting some stickies. So I also have some annotating tabs with me here. So I'm planning to use this like hot pink color and this lighter pink, and basically I want to use one for quotes about love and one for quotes about life, or like things that characters said about love or about life. And I just think there were so many really good things in there that I want to annotate it because it was so good. I loved it so much. Another thing is I want to finish up The Two of Us by Taylor Torres. I'm really enjoying this so much. The small town vibe, the writing is so good. It's living up to all of my expectations. I'm so freaking happy that I picked this up, and I can't wait to give you guys my final thoughts about it. I think I'm also going to annotate this book as well, so I grabbed some purple stickies. I can't get over how beautiful and perfect this cover is. Like, it's so pretty. When I annotate, I like to just fold over the pages, and when I'm done, I go back. That way I don't get taken out of the story too much. I don't know if I like this method. I haven't tried a different way, but I'll let you know. I don't think I have anything else to say, so we'll just get to reading. It's a bit later and I am on page 306. I'm on page 305, so I have about this much left. So I only have a few pages left. Guys, okay, so the page before this, the big revealed has been dropped. The the big reveal has been dropped. These two people, they are childhood friends. They have been in love basically their whole entire life, and we don't know why, but for some reason they have not spoken in 7 years. And we're like, what? So clearly something huge happens and we just don't know what it is. And literally I've been dying to know throughout this whole entire story. So we finally just got the big reveal of why they haven't talked in 7 years. And I have to say, I was starting to get annoyed because it was so clear how in love with each other they were. And I cannot stand when two characters who are clearly meant to be together, who are literally soulmates, who literally share a brain cell, like are not together. I'm like, why are you guys being stupid? Communicate. Get yourself together. You're wasting time and you're wasting your life. But Miss Taylor Torres, thank you so much for not making it a stupid reason. Guys, when I read why it is that they have not been together or talked to each other in 7 years, I was like, you guys got it. Like that's fair. That's valid. Yeah. So it's crazy. This book is so freaking good. Dare I say that I think it might be a 5-star read? I have 40 pages left, so we'll find out. I'm just gonna finish the next 40 pages now that the bomb has dropped, and I'm just gonna eat some lunch. I'm eating some tacos, and when I finish, I'll let you guys know my thoughts, my final thoughts. Alrighty, guys, the time has come. The video is coming to an end because I just finished the last book that I'll be reading for this video. I absolutely loved all of these books. They were amazing. Highly recommend reading any of these, especially the 2 romances that I read. Highly recommend. They were so good. Just to kind of give you my ratings, I gave Crescent City 4 stars just because I know what Sarah J. Maas can write, and I feel like her second book will probably be a 5-star read for me, so I'm giving myself some space. But overall it was good, but you guys have heard all my thoughts on this. And then for Happy Place by Emily Henry, it met all of my expectations. It was beautiful, wonderful, amazing. I'm excited to go back and annotate this later on. But yeah, 5 stars. And then lastly, we have The Two of Us by Taylor Torres. This is a book that I've been seeing on Instagram, on Bookstagram, and I haven't heard too much about it in the booktube space, but I'm super excited that I got to read it, and I rated this a 5 stars. It was so beautiful. I loved the characters in this story. I felt like honestly this could have been longer. I would have really enjoyed this being longer, and I feel like we need more, you know, like I don't know, but I just absolutely loved the relationship. I just loved Mara. I loved Ambrose. I thought that this story was so freaking beautiful. It's childhood friends to lovers, it's brother's best friend, it's second chance romance. I mean, it was just literally beautiful, and I'm so happy that I read it. I will talk more about all of these books in my wrap up at the end of the month, of course, but I'm so happy that I could bring you guys along while I read them. So hopefully you guys have gotten some recommendations and feel encouraged to read them, because I highly recommend any of these books. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do.